Malaysia's former Prime Minister Najib Razak has been found guilty of all 7 charges in the first of several billion-dollar corruption trials. Najib has long denied wrongdoing in one of the world's biggest financial frauds. Southeast Asia correspondent Ann Barker reports.
He arrived at court to shouts of "Long live Najib" from a crowd of supporters. Wearing a mask and flanked by leaders from his UMNO party, Najib Razak looked relaxed as he entered the courtroom. It's 2 years since Malaysia's former Prime Minister was charged with corruption for his role in looting billions of dollars from the State Development Fund 1MDB that he'd helped to set up. Hundreds of millions of dollars ended up in Najib's personal bank account. Prosecutors alleged he'd spent much of it on luxury goods, jewellery, watches and perfume that was later seized in a raid on his home. Today, the High Court found Najib guilty of 7 charges, including abuse of power, money laundering and breach of trust, though he still faces at least 2 more trials.
This guilty verdict is a landmark event for Malaysia because it is the first time that a person of such high political standing has ever been convicted.
In his defence, Najib argued he'd been conned by the financier Joe Low, who was instrumental in setting up the 1MDB fund, but has since disappeared. Malaysian and US authorities allege Low spent the lion's share of the stolen funds on high-end property around the world, famous artwork, a luxury yacht and a film studio that produced The Wolf of Wall Street.
The year I turned 26, I made $49 million.
The verdict is also a test for Malaysia's new Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin, who's spoken out against corruption but relied on Najib's party to form a ruling coalition in March. Najib could face decades in jail, but it's not known when he'll be sentenced. Ann Barker, ABC News.